Hello YouTubers, I'm Justin and today on Dashandrun we're going to be having a look at this. This is a Wi-Fi panoramic camera from Yi, and first of all we're going to do my usual, an unboxing, and then I'll show you it operated. So let's get in the box, see what we've got, and we'll go from there. So the first thing out the box is the usual manual. Now this doesn't have a lot of information, but it does have this QR code you scan, so this will help you get the camera up and running. Comes with a Edison light fitting and some ceiling plugs, and this is if you don't already have the Edison type light fitting and you have the other type, the bayonet fitting, but it also includes this in the box, which is handy if you don't own one. And finally we've got the actual camera itself, and as you can see it's pretty reasonable size. It looks a lot like a light globe but a little bit bigger. Now you do have a slot on the top for a micro SD card, which is quite handy, and to set this up you do have to scan this QR code. So what I'll do next is set this camera up with the app, and then I'll show you an apparatus I've set up to operate this camera so you can see it working and give you the footage, and then I'll give you my final thoughts at the end of this video. So next, let's go set this camera up and then have a look at what it does. Just one more thing, I've got this board I've set up with that Edison light adapter so that you can see how I'm going to test this panoramic camera. So I've put it on a board instead of actually putting it up on a ceiling, and I've wired it up. So this will be what I'll use for my test of this panoramic camera. Anyway, let's go set the camera up and have a look at the vision next. Okay, so I've installed the app on the iPhone, which is this one here. So when we run it, you've got various options to set it up for cloud service and subscription service. I just want to have it save it to the iPhone itself or to the micro SD card. Now the app itself is pretty simple to set up. You just scan the QR code on the camera and then it registers it and it sets it up with the Wi-Fi in your house. So this is now a live feed of what the camera is seeing. So if I show you larger, so the camera at the moment is pointing towards the outside. So that gives you an idea of what the camera is actually seeing. And then if you go back to this, you've got the controls to move the camera around, which is quite good. So you can move it up and down and set it to different locations. This button here will allow you to take a still, which will capture it either to the SD card or to the phone. And then of course you can actually set the camera up on motion tracking. There is an option where you can go through and set the different parameters on what you want it to pick up. So next, let's have a bit of a closer look at the actual vision we're getting from this and see if it's actually any good. Well, there you go. There's my quick unboxing and look at this panoramic Wi-Fi camera. And overall, it's not bad, but not brilliant. I had a few Wi-Fi issues where it wouldn't connect, and I had a few other bits that it didn't work so well. But when it actually worked, it worked pretty reasonable. And the image quality isn't too bad for day, and at night with the night vision, not too bad as well. I did like the fact you've got an onboard storage, which is helpful. I do like the fact you can send it to your phone, and you've also got the option of the cloud, but you have to pay for that, which I probably wouldn't, being that this is not that reliable of a camera. So overall, I'd give this a sort of half thumbs up. If you're after something that's relatively cheap and you need it for some sort of area where you can monitor it, it's probably okay. But if you can't monitor it at all and you just want to rely on it, it might not be that great. Anyway, I'm Justin, and as always, thanks for watching, and please subscribe to my channel.